If you wanted to, if you have headphones, that might help too. No.
I am not tech savvy. I don't have any of that. So
that's all right.
Yeah, and my cat is right here too, by the way.
Oh, okay, my cat's
wedged.
Probably gonna jump up at some point.
He's wedged. You know he does this often now. Like every time I'm on whether it's a YouTube channel or something, just a regular Zoom meeting, he just wedges his way in, and it's like,
pay attention to me, not someone else.
That's right. He's gone now. Bye. Okay, good.
Well, things feel pretty good right now, but that's probably because I just got back from New Orleans.
Right.
Yeah, but.
So did you just go, like, was it a vacation or did you have?
Yeah, it was a vacation. The person we were visiting, he was like, okay, if you need to talk about your book for a little bit and to a few people, and then you just write the whole thing up, baby. Yeah.
Business expense. It's right. So are you promoting the Ever Steam Chronicles? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I mean, I didn't have business cards. It's not out on paperback yet. So I got home and my business cards were waiting for me, but I just wrote it on a piece of paper and left it on the tables at the restaurant. Just little things. Well, that's
that's what you do. That's, when you don't have your paraphernalia, and whatnot to hand out, is that, you're left. I was giving a lot of I said, okay, take out your phone. I'll just put it in your notes. So I'm just I did.
Mine isn't really, I don't know what high steampunk, I guess we can call it, because there's high fantasy and so it's not like high steampunk. It's not full on in your face steampunk. It's kind of, the world is kind of it is a steampunk world, but I didn't try to put too much emphasis on that aspect.
Yeah.
It's just kind of background.
Well, it seems like it's kind of, you've got a blend of, you've got some fantasy horror in it, because you have demons and whatnot, and then you have and a mystery. You've got a detective.
Yeah,
so it's kind of all. It's a great genre mashup. So
there you go.
As someone who's attempting to do that myself, it's interesting to hear other people's experiences with that, and how do you market it? That's always
that is the clincher, because my first thoughts were Amazon chose to put my book under dark fantasy horror.
Yes.
I was like, horror fans are going to read this and they're going to be pissed off because it's not it's not the kind of horror I think that you think of as horror,
Oh, I don't think they'll be pissed off. I think that you will find your readers will find it. I mean, the people who will like that sort of thing will find it, because not simply from what it's categorized as, because Amazon categories, come on, they don't do that well. I mean, come on.
No, they don't. And my publisher couldn't even choose. He knows the categories exist. I've seen the categories on other people's books.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if that's just the algorithm changes after a while and puts you in a different.
It could be. And then once you hit a certain amount, I don't know what's the algorithm when they finally are able to say people who people who enjoyed these people will enjoy your book too. I think it's 25 or 50 or something, and then you get that. So then you'll find your readers will find you. So I've learned this. Somebody will say, watch this funny person, and something screams in your face.
I hate those so much. I can't.
Everybody does. Everybody, and it gets everybody. Even the people who say, I don't care.
Some people enjoy it. I do not.
I don't like it either. At all. It's one of the reasons why I don't like going to haunted houses during Halloween, because I can't stand actors jumping out at me.
There's a part of me that's like, ooh, I want to go to a haunted house, and then there's no. I will hit the actor. My natural inclination is to fight, not flight. Yeah.
So I'm gonna flip and punch you in the face. Break my hand.
So this week in Halloween news, teacher KENZIE Jennings got arrested. Oh, I'm way far behind. My intention was to do like all these horror writers for the month of October. It doesn't matter. I know so many horror writers, it's impossible to just stick to October for horror writers, which is the way it should be. Halloween season is all year round.
That's right. Horror is all the time. There's horror in everyday life all the time. So I live in Florida. There are alligators, meth heads. I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Hurricanes.
Because I know, like everything can be found on Amazon, but some people want people to go to specific places just because it's better for you or it's better for your publisher.
Yeah, okay. I can say that. Hold on. I think I was going to say, I think it's deathsheadpress.com, but I'm not sure. Let me double check.
Sure. Definitely.
Death's Head Press. Death's Shred Press. Like, look at me typing. Press. Yes, it's deathsheadpress.com.
Okay.
I don't understand any of these services anymore. I'm just kind of like, all right, well, what are you doing, Death's Head Press? Okay, fine.
Yep.
Or, what was it? Like the hardcover came out in limited edition with Thunderstorm books.
Ooh.
And, well, I mean, they're like really exclusive limited, so they only make a very select amount, and then they're all sold out within a day. So it's like, gone. But yeah, the same sort of thing with that as well. So whatever they do, I'm like, what are you doing? We're just doing it on our site. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you. I am just the writer.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you want me to do.
And that's a good lesson, actually. Like, and that's, I mean, I know that's a whole other topic that we could talk about, but I'll try to be brief. But I'm learning that with my publisher. It's like, I have these ideas in my head of how the publishing world works, right? Mm-hmm. And so far, I hate to admit this, but so far, every time I have challenged him, my publisher, on something, and I've kind of tried to fight for it, and he's like, no, we really need to do this. He's been right.
Right.
So, and that's the thing is, we have as an author, we have these ideas of how things should be. And it's like, if you want 100% control, that's fine. You can have 100% control being a self-published author.
Right. But when you are a self-published author, you are a business. Yes. So you are in charge and you are contracting people to help you.
Yes. So. Yeah. And you are in charge. Absolutely. Right. But if you choose the route of being with a publisher, even if it's, well, if you get picked up by the big five, great. You're going to have a lot of exposure. Hopefully you will sell a hell of a ton of books.
Yeah.
If you're with an independent publisher, you're not going to have that much coverage as a big five. But like for me, it's like I've been in on every step of the way.
Yeah, me too.
If I really want to fight for something, and I'm just like, no, I'm not willing to bend on that, my publisher will work with me on it. Yeah. And but at the same time, it's like when I'm having my little like, oh, I don't like this, he's like, no, it's okay, I know what I'm doing, just you go right, you know. And it's like, oh, he's just placating me, and it turns out to be he's correct.
That's right, exactly.
A lot of the time, because but the publishers know what they're doing.
Also, as long as the person's been around for a while. Death's Head Press and I came out around the same time, so and they were new. They were coming out with an anthology when I met them, and I met them through a horror. I didn't say this story. I always say the story. I have a mentor. Jeff Strand, who's a horror author, he has helped me through this whole thing. Yeah. So anytime I had a concern about Death's Head Press is doing this, or my original publisher for the Chicklet superhero novel, they're doing this, and he'd be like, well, go back through that contract just to make sure, So he was always guiding me there, and so if I brought up something with Death's Head Press, because they were new too. It was sort of like, oh yeah, we should probably do that. So
yeah.
I was like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a good thing too, is my publisher's been around not a whole long time. I mean, the company itself has been around for a while, but it's changed names and it's changed owners. So, I mean, if we were to trace it all the way back, we could say it's like 30 years of publishing. But in actual, you know, so he's been in a few years longer in publishing for a few years longer than I've been writing.
Right.
And before that, he was a writer. So,
right.
So, you know, but I mean, that's the great thing about all of this, is that we're all learning. And we're
exactly.
All
yeah. So this is called Talks, Titles, and Tipples.
Titles, Talk, and Tipples.
So I got it reversed. Okay. Titles, Talks, and Tipples.
Just so talk, no S. But
no, as talk.
Yeah.
Okay. This has been Jude's show.